This demonstration we're going to look at administering IPAM. Configuring administration for IPAM can be a complex task depending on how your IPAM infrastructure is deployed and who's managing the infrastructure. An IPAM server can perform management for multiple domains, or we can limit an IPAM server to specific roles or limit the servers that are managed. To do this, we use role-based access control, which will provide the ability to customize roles, access scopes and access policies. So what we can do is we can come down to quite a granular level of delegated administration. I've come into my IPAM utility. In my IPAM utility, I've come to access control, and under access control, we've come to roles. And as we can see, we have some built-in roles. The names are self-explanatory, so they explain exactly what can happen. So for example, if we go for IPAM address record administrator role, looks after IPAM address records. IPAM administrator role looks after everything. DHCP administrator looks after DHCP, and so on down the list. What we're going to do as part of this demonstration is we're going to create a custom role. And the purpose of a role, it's a collection of IPAM operations, and we can associate a role with a user or a group in Windows by using an access policy. So we'll right click, we'll add a user role, and what we're going to do is just fill out the table. I'm going to call mine ADatum, DHCP and DNS management role, and what we need to do here is we just need to add some operations. So we'll go for DHCP server operations, we'll go for DNS zone operations, we'll scroll this down, and we'll also go as well for DNS server operations. We'll then select OK. As you can see, it's not a built-in role. I have created this. It is a custom role. Next thing we need to do is we just need to come into access scopes. And the purpose of these access scopes, this determines the objects to which a user has access, and we can use access scopes to define administrative domains in IPAM. So we'll right click and we'll just create a new one. So we'll add an access scope. We'll use global as the parent and select new. What we need to do here is just give this a name, so I'll just call this London. And then what we'll do is select add, and then we'll select OK. So there we go, we now have our access scope. Next thing we're going to create here is an access policy, and the access policy combines a role with an access scope to assign permissions to a user or a group. So we'll come down to our access policies, we'll right click, and we'll add an access policy. We need to add some users, so we'll select add. We'll just come to our locations, and all we're going to do at this point here is we're going to go for Active Directory. And what we'll do at this point here is we'll just go for IT, check the names, and select OK. We'll just scroll down on the bar here because we need to go to our access settings, and as it says here, specify the access settings for this access policy. So we'll select New. Scroll down a bit further, click on our drop down, and what we're looking for here is we're just looking for the custom role we created. Specify London and select OK. Next thing to do is just set the access scope. So back to the navigation pane, we'll just come to our DNS and our DHCP servers. We'll just right click our DNS server. And what we'll do here is we'll just set the access scope. We'll just clear the tick box for inheritance. We'll select London and we'll select OK. We'll do exactly the same thing with DHCP, so we'll right click. We'll come down and set access scope. Again, turn off inherit. Again, select London and select OK. And that's the end of this demonstration of setting up delegated admin control for IPAM. Thank you.